and the chief's making a note. I see it writing feverishly.
I got it.
Yeah, thank you. That was a Tracy Dolly thing. I got it in early.
Thank you.
Anybody else with knowledge on handicap parking? Is there a time limit on handicap parking?
We have somebody that parks in handicap and goes to work.
It's the same as any other parking place. There's no difference. If a handicap is a 2-hour handicap spot, it's still 2 hours.
Well, it's
That's what we-
3-hour handicap.
Is it 3 hours?
Well, the street is 3 hours.
Well, we'll look at that one. Cause it's just kind of ridiculous because
The one in the parking lot.
yeah, the one in the parking lot here,
They could
they could
park
park
closer to their work.
to their work than there.
Yeah.
But are they restricted if they park closer?
No. They could.
The
park
police
right across the
don't
street.
tag them. They don't, the,
Man.
So they take that up for hours at a time when they're working here, right?
Not here.
Not here, but in a building here.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to know, I didn't want to say anything to the person without really knowing what, you know.
Yeah, the time restrictions are the same. It's the location is what makes it a handicap restriction.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a time limit on that
The
one.
parking lot, our parking lot,
that's city employees only.
that's city employees, but the handicap spot was separated out of that.
Right,
And to the best of my knowledge, we've never set a time limit on that parking lot. We'd have to go back through ordinances and check it.
Yeah, the street's the only thing with the 3-hour.
Well, we technically, even though it's not enforced, have, on the other parking lot, we do have a time restriction in the ordinance on that one,
Right, no parking 3 to 6 AM.
right?
He's writing down. He's
I
got.
think there's another time restriction during the day, there might be one too. In the evening, it's gone, but during the day, there might be a 2 or 3 hour restriction.
Okay, anything else?
I was just curious.
Yeah, I think where the crosswalk is, or by Ty Dotton or by Gas House. I know I've driven past there lots of times, and I don't know if there's any way, those 2 white lines that come across, if there's any way you can move that back a little bit, because I've seen front ends of people's cars or back ends, you know what I'm saying, encroaching or even coming over those white lines.
That gets him a lovely ticket. I saw a big orange tag on a truck the other day that didn't know how to park. He had parked over the handicap. I think no matter how wide or narrow we make them, they just don't pay attention.
Okay, so you on that, chief? No.
I got it.
Yeah, it was, somebody was on it.
Writing a lot of parking tickets, including handicap.
Yeah.
handicap tickets with it. So,
Keep writing them.
Let's not be doing any threatening. Okay, anything else for ordinance? Water sewer, Pat?
No.
Cemetery, Mr. Trinko?
I just want to ask Cody, are you gonna be cutting grass anymore there, or is this, have you cut your last?
We'll have, one last go around and we're gonna mostly, continue to mulch the south side of the, needles fall off of the, bald cypress. So hopefully alleviate that from clogging up by Mr. Lyle's house.
So the grass is in pretty good shape right now, so.
Correct, yeah, we might just get one more once over. Get some of the taller areas, there's a couple spots that are a little shaggy.
Anything else? No? Health and safety, Ms. Washington?
Not really. I did want to go over the contract, but it's not on the agenda, so I guess,
No, you would talk about that in committee before.
I think it's on the next agenda for next committee meeting.
Is it her next time?
well, I thought we could talk about it
There's no,
anytime.
well, you typically would talk about it and discuss a plan of attack or anything you might want to do during committee. That's the purpose of a committee meeting. So that, I mean, you can talk about it, but you can't do anything about it in.
I know we can't do anything about it. I just, because see, I handed out the contracts to everybody for them to go over to see if they felt the way we felt.
Okay.
Basically.
But that is something you would talk about in committee.
The next meeting is the 18th, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, the 18th at 6:30.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
Oh, no,
Okay, public property. Yolanda's not here. I don't know of anything going on. Personnel, Mr. Bennett?
Nothing for this evening, Madam Mayor. November 18, 2024, 6:30 PM, we meet.
Okay. Clerk?
Yes, I'm sending out to you for your committee meeting, the tax levy schedule, that you decide where you wanna plan percentage wise for next year, for this year's budget. And then, on the last we'll vote on the resolution of it. Then we have to wait 20 days and we vote on the ordinance of it. Then I run it to the courthouse.
Right.
So,
Down to
get
the
that,
wire,
boom, boom, boom.
It's right down to the wire.
down to the wire. Anything else?
Yeah,
You
that's
want to
it.
say anything about people turning in stuff? No?
Oh, well, yeah, today was the first day to turn in applications for running for office. And we had 5 or 6 of them turned in, and you have until next Monday at 5 o'clock to turn anything else that you want to turn in.
now, wait a minute, do we turn them into you or do we turn them into the courthouse?
You turn them into me. Then I make copies of them, and as a package, they go to the courthouse.
Then we take them to the courthouse.
No, I send them all together.
She notarizes them.
The only thing that goes to the courthouse for candidates is the yellow sheet.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you guys would take to the courthouse if you wanted to. You can take them there or you can mail them in. I suggest taking them only because we know the luck that we have with mail around here.
Not pretty.
Yes, that's correct. No.
Treasurer. Treasurer is not here. Mayor. I am going to need a pro tem December 3rd through the 8th, 2024. I've asked Charlie to do it this time. I have to have some more surgery, so I will be out at that point, and we'll go from there to see how that goes. And that's all I think I have for that. Department heads, chief?
The only thing I have is we have both new trucks are in, just recently got the graphics on both of them. Now what I'm waiting on before they can be put in service are the radios. I'm being told now that we should have radios for them first week of December. And
Which
then-
is soon.
and at that time, once I put them in service, it's my intent to come, before you to sell one of the Crown Vics. For,
Before what?
once we put those trucks in service, I'll come back and request to sell one of the Crown Victorias.
You know, surplus it
Surplus.
and then sell it.
Surplus. So things are coming along very well there. So, as I said before, I wrote a check for one, which didn't cost the city anything, and we financed the other. And that's all I have to know.
Okay. Water, Penny?
Nothing tonight.
Okay, Cody?
Between today and last week, we have a total of 21 tons of asphalt that was laid on the streets in various areas. A couple of places in the known area was Chamberlain, we're on Perryman, put some down on Strat Lane as well. We've been trying to find those last minute patches before winter gets here, and hopefully that takes care of it as long as we don't have any other issues. And moving forward, other than that, that's all we got for streets.
Okay, and Cody didn't say it, I'll say it. Thank you. He's they've gotta put up the lanterns before the Victorian holidays, so if you see the trucks or whatever out there, please, as usual, pay attention. Don't hit the guys putting up the lanterns, making us Christmassy. And, I think that's it. Michelle's not here tonight, so accountant doesn't have anything. I think. Any unfinished business?
This is old business, actually. The, we put into place the training for harassment. And this is just a quick informational item. We put it in, nobody was really in charge of notifying the employees and getting it out there so they could complete it. So we put together a memo that I think the mayor is gonna send out, or the clerk in the next day or two, that will tell everybody who needs to do the harassment training, how to get online and how to do it. And you're supposed to put an hour. One of the items on there is check off that you did spend an hour taking it. Today, I've taught this for years. Today I took it for, I took it in about 25 minutes, got 100% of the test, so I'm on the list. It's done. We will be getting, the mayor and the clerk will be getting a weekly report of those who've taken it. And then just compare it against the employees and you'll know who didn't do it.
When I have the email, it says everybody who has to take the test, Plan Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, Luanna's going to send out those people that email. You'll be getting one from me. The employees will be getting it from me because I have those emails and she's got the other ones too. So those will go out Thursday. I'm back up here Thursday morning. Those will go out Thursday. And it'll be, just do not reply all, because I'm not sending these separately. I'm sending them to all the older persons at once. So do not reply all. You can respond to me if you have an issue. I do not know, George, and it was a question I was going to ask you. We have some folks that do not use email. And I know there's one on Plan Commission that doesn't, at least one.
I got two.
Okay. I believe I have one here, right? Or I think,
You don't, right?
yeah, I think everybody else, do you use email?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what happens to those people that don't use email?
They won't be able to take it and they'll be in trouble because it requires an email address to take it.
Oh,
Can't
okay,
they come here to take it?
Well, they have to have an email address.
She has an email address.
she has an
I
email
email
address.
Oh,
address.
okay.
It's an old email address.
The city one you should be
Yeah,
using.
she better say.
The city one,
I don't know nothing about no city.
l.washington@lebanonil.org.
There you go.
Everybody has an email address for this.
Now, the Plan Commission and the Zoning Board of Appeals, my husband's a Plan Commission and he uses my personal email.
It'll duplicate in the overall system. It'll show that you took the test.
No, I'll take this test under mayor.
Okay,
He'll take the test under my personal email.
okay, because it might duplicate in the system. But we really should, every employee, because we have them, should probably have a Lebanon Hill email address at some point. We need to transition to that. And we're way behind on that, because that prevents them from getting FOIA'd.
The Zoning Board of
Oh,
Appeals?
no.
No. they
All
don't
the
have-
boards, everybody, when they take it, should get it, because we can turn those on and off. Or the company can, but those email addresses actually are a good buffer in the event something is FOIA information. It prevents whoever's doing the FOIA from getting access to personal emails to see if it's a city business. And you may not want people looking at your personal emails. And that's why I
Correct.
insist all of my city stuff goes to my city account.
There is one person on one of the committees that does not have or do email, period.
Well, we may have a fine every year for that one person.
Yeah, and the emails, I mean, you can sign up on Gmail or Yahoo.
He doesn't do computer, nothing.
Is there some, a city, there needs to be a city employee or?
No,
official?
he's a committee member.
Sit next to a city computer and just kind of walk them through as far as setting up an email address and just to use it for that one
Right,
harassment training. I
Okay.
think it's gonna be, he just needs to be told he needs to do it.
So like Miss Washington, she could come in and use one of our computers and take the test.
Correct.
Is what you're saying.
Yes,
As long as
just
you
need
do-
to do it on your,
email.
once you start the test, it's probably a login or something where you put in your own credentials as far as your own email.
right.
Okay,
And the thing is that if you come in and you have a city employee with you to walk you through it. Now you can answer the questions and they can push the button. You feel that bad about it. And hit the key that marks it. But it's the person who's doing it needs to be there. So we may have a couple employees have an extra hour of training. And then the supervisors will also take the B level, and the supervisors are just the supervisors, the mayor.
So what happens, like I said, I will send the chief, but I don't have individual emails for the men.
We used to get them.
I only have your email.
Our email set up all the same way like the cities, it's different, but at the police departments, the person is,
So I just need to get an email from,
if you send it to me, I will send it out to them.
okay,
So I'll
Okay.
send it out to them.
That works.
We already do harassment training, so this is no big deal.
okay.
And we'll go ahead and do your training too.
Long as we do it right, so I don't have,
Yeah.
I'm curious, Chief, do you get certificates
Yes,
from that? We have the ability to go into the spreadsheet that we receive from I2I and use the completion certificate there for the I2I training, because I'm willing to bet yours is as good, if not better than the I2I training.
I don't know.
Or we could just, we could do
That's
it,
just
you
part
could
of our,
sign
that's
up,
part of the mandated training that we have to do,
yeah,
you know.
rather than duplicating the effort. Because they're gonna do it on city time is what we're, send a little email, a memo I wrote for you. That has them doing it on city time. And it states in there, however, if you want to, you can go home and do it, but you won't be paid for it.
Right, right. But they can still, I can still make them do it on city time when they're
Okay.
apart. You know,
All right,
Just, I would suggest they can just double their harassment training. That's not gonna be a problem.
right. And it only took me, if you've done it a lot, it only took me 25 minutes to go
Right.
through it and take the test.
George, did you get penalized because it's supposed to take an hour?
Well, I had to tell a mistruth. I'm confessing.
Okay.
As one little book says, I say I took an hour and I checked it off. Because I've done more than an hour of
Oh my God.
harassment training.
I can't believe it.
okay, any other old or unfinished?
I got a question.
Yeah.
I know that, we rent out the, library. Right?
The what?
The library,
Yeah,
we rent them out.
yes,
Are there any other properties that, the city owns that they rent out?
no,
Okay,
no, right.
no? Okay,
We own properties that are available, but we don't rent them. For example, the old street department building, I think is being used, what are you using for now?
oh,
Where?
yeah, I understand, yeah, I understand that. I just was curious as whether or not we were getting any more rental. And I guess one of these days, we're gonna cross the line over here, I guess. Right? Right. Okay.
Any other old business, unfinished business, new business? Anybody got any new business?
Well, I asked Blake if he would check to see if the owner of the property is being used for selling used vehicles and so on. And I had not heard back from him whether the fella has a license to be
Where's
selling.
Terry's car? There's a camper there, there's,
That's,
I didn't think you could have a for sale sign on a vehicle or camper. I didn't,
we're in a touchy, I'll have to look that up because that's in a touchy area, because that is, commercial.
it's commercial.
So let me look into it.
The
Okay,
question would be,
thank you.
really, is the company that's selling that stuff and advertising their business name on it, do they have permit to operate in Lebanon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
A lot of
think
it
it's
is-
more or less individuals that are doing it.
We don't have an
That's-
ordinance really to
That
control it.
that is owned by McCleary.
Right, and if the business is owned by McCleary.
The car
I think it's individuals that have different things there.
Yeah.
For sale.
Right, but it depends on what their business says because it's commercial.
Maybe check our ordinances before we check with them, so we're coming at them with all of our information, so bringing a question to a question.
Right.
I can't.
And,
Harassment.
I'll report back to you.
adjournment,
Move adjournment, vote to vote.
Second.
7:04.
I was gonna have a question. I was gonna have a question.
I don't know, Ron, if you
Did
can
we
come
ever
in
get
and not
the,
ask a question now.
Personnel,
It's coming.
is it coming?
Yeah.
By when?
What?
Personnel manuals.
I've gotta get it, I've gotta get it, copy.
All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions?
Is my name gonna be on present?
Sure.
Who seconded that?